Hello guys, this is Edexcel ICT May June 2023 paper 2. Okay, so for this video I'm going to handle the spreadsheet aspect, which is in section B. Okay, so let's continue. So Prestige Canal Holidays offers holidays on canals and rivers in France. Holidays in the UK will be available in 2023. The spreadsheet holiday payments contains information on payments made for holidays. It has two worksheets called payment and price bands. Some functions require you to use more than one worksheet. Okay, we should be aware of that. Okay, so open the spreadsheet holiday payments, open the worksheet payments. Okay, so let's go to our data file and then we see holiday uh, payments here as a file as spreadsheet file here. So we have it open here already. And then of course this worksheet is payment, and then we have the price bands worksheet in the same workbook, right? Okay, so this considered, we've considered all these ones. So the next one will be B1A, task B1A. Insert a new row at the top of the spreadsheet and enter the heading holiday payments for 2023 in cell A1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to insert, right click over there, and then insert a new row, and of course have holiday payments for 2023 right there. Okay, so merge and center cells A1 to N1. Okay, so let me just merge and center those. So from A1 here to N1 here, right? So you want to right click, select, and then right click, and then go to where is it? Merge and center, where are you? Okay, so let me just do it from here. So merge and center is up here, so I'm just gonna merge and center that. Okay, so merge and center cells H2 to L2. So H2 to L2. So this is H2. So I'm gonna select from there to L2 here. So I'm also going to merge and center those. So this done. Okay, so I set the formatting of the merged cells to cell shade in light color. Okay, so any light color, whether it's red or blue, whatever color. So I normally use a shade of ash, right? So I will just select this and hold down my control key, select both of them, and I want to go to shading here. I want to just take some ash color, something dark like this. So that should be some light color. Font enhancement, bold and underline. So I want to select bold and then underline them, and then that's it for that, right? So everything here got done. So B1B, Lucian wants you to use spreadsheet tools to analyze the data in the spreadsheet. Guest pay monthly amount for January to May. Guests with an outstanding balance after the payment in May will be contacted by phone to notify them of the final balance, right? So as you can see, guests they pay monthly amount of for January to May. So if you look at this spreadsheet, you find out that this is January to May here. You find out that each guest. So let's just even expand this so that we can see everything. So each guest here pays a fee, so a holiday price of different amounts for each month, and then of course so we're going to work out the balance later on, right? So that's what's about. Okay, so of course if you have a balance here, you'll be contacted. Okay, so let's see. So the next one will be use one spreadsheet function to display the holiday price for guest ID 101. Okay, for guest ID 101, which is here, holiday price. Okay, and then this is price band. So this tells us we're going to use this a VLOOKUP function to get data from price band, right? So you want to use equals VLOOKUP here, and then our lookup value is going to be price band. Why are we using that? We're using that because price band A, price band B, C, they are already there. So we want to be able to use that as our lookup value. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. Let me just click one more time. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, so you want to have comma. Okay, so the next thing you want is the table array. So the table array will be in the next so which is in this price band worksheet. So we've done that, and then of course a column index. I want to look at the second column here. So it's going to compare band A to 1450, and then band B to 1200, something like that. Okay, so of course that will be my column index, and then I have my range lookup. I want to make it exact match by choosing false. Okay, so I'm going to just enter, and then that should be able to give me this. Okay, am I missing anything? So one thing I like to do is to lock this range here. So I forgot to do that, so I'm going to just do that now by pressing F4, selecting them and pressing F4. Right, good. Did you lock? Let me just do that one more time. F4 and then enter. I guess that should be able to lock, okay, the ranges. Okay, that's for that. So enter. Okay, so let me just select the ones we've done. So all this here done. So I enter a formula to calculate the balance for guest ID 101. Okay, so the balance, so we can see from the spreadsheet, we can see that the holiday price is 1200. Okay, and the customer has been able to pay from January to May. So we want to work out the balance that is remaining for the customer to pay, right? So the balance is going to be equals the total amount, which is the holiday price, minus, let me just put this in bracket. So it's going to work out the sum here from January to May. Okay, so it's going to work out the sum from January to May. So whatever the holiday price is, it's going to subtract it from the sum of the payments from January to May. Okay, so and then we're going to okay, I think I did not close the other supposed to have one more bracket, so I'm going to say yes. Okay, so two brackets here and then two brackets here. Okay, good. So I think that's what I missed. Okay, so so that's the formula. So the G4 contains the total holiday price, and then the sum here contains each of the payments from January to May, and then that should give us the balance. Okay, right. Okay, so that's for this one. Okay, so the next one, I use one spreadsheet function in the notes column to display the message phone guest. So let me just copy that message. Phone guest if the guest ID 101 has a balance to pay. Okay, if a message is not displayed, the cell must remain blank. Okay, so if the 101 has a balance to pay, as this one has a balance to pay, right? We're going to control the notes in such a way that it's going to say it's going to display phone guest. But if message is not displayed, the cell must remain blank. So what we're going to do here is to use the if function. So we're going to use if function. So if this M4 is greater than 0, okay? If it's greater than 0, it means that even if it has £1 or £2 or something, it will want to display phone guest, something like that. So if M4 is greater than 0, we're going to have, so let me put it in a string, as a string here. We're going to have this text displayed, right? Phone guest. Did I copy that text right? Okay, I think I did. I copied it right actually. Let me just be sure of what I'm doing. Yeah, phone guests, right? So it's going to display phone guest. So, but if it is 0, if there's nothing in balance, let it return nothing. So double quotation, like denotes nothing. Okay, in Excel. So I'm just going to close that and then enter. Okay, so it shows phone guest because the balance for 101 here is 160, right? So let me replicate this formula and see to be sure that our formula works. As you can see, if nothing has been displayed in the balance column here, nothing is going to display on the notes column. So we are in order, right? So that's it for that. So this one is done. Okay. So IV replicate the functions and formulae completed for guest ID 101 for all other guests. Okay, so let's go ahead to replicate the formula here. So you want to replicate the formula for all other guests for this one. So for a balance, we want to replicate the formula 2 up to this point. As you can see, if it is 0, nothing displays here. If it's 0, nothing displays here, right? So that's what we're supposed to have. So if it has anything greater than 0, it means that it has a balance. The customer has some balance to pay, and then phone guest will now appear. Okay, so that shows that our formula is quite correct. Okay. Okay, so that's for that. So we've been able to replicate the formula for this one, right? Now enter a formula to calculate the average monthly payment for January and replicate this for the other months. Okay, average monthly payment. Okay, so let's go to spreadsheet. So as you can see, this is average monthly payment here, average monthly payment for January. So I'm going to just go to under January, right? Let me be sure. Calculate average payment for January, right? So the average, so I'm going to use average equals average, right? So let me just double click and then take my range. My range will be from here, making sure I select only January, the right range. I'll okay that right there, and then I'll replicate this across the other months, right? Which is what the question says. Okay, so the next one, enter a formula to calculate the total balance outstanding. Okay, total balance outstanding, which is this one. So I'm going to just go under the total balance. Yeah, under the balance right there. So I'm going to have equals. So I'm going to use sum to calculate the total balance outstanding. So everything here, this will denote the total balance outstanding. That's 1900. Okay, so this one, use spreadsheet functions to display the number of band A holidays. Okay, the number of band A holidays. Let's see. So under here, we're going to have equals. We're going to use count if just to within this range here, the price band, to calculate the number of band A that appears right there. Okay, so we're going to use count if, open bracket. So range, what's my range? My range will be here, right? So my range will be here. So let me even lock it, select it, F4, press F4, and then of course, comma. What will be the criteria? The criteria is if it sees any, so of course you have to put this criteria in a quotation mark because it is simply a text, right? So wherever it sees band A, and one thing you have to be careful about is that your spelling has to be correct, right? Whenever it sees band A, count it, right? So if you enter, you're gonna have 6 right there. So if you manually count within this range, you see that band A, there are up to 6 over here, right? Okay, so cost of cheapest holiday. Okay, so let's calculate the cost of cheapest holiday, which is this particular one. Cost of cheapest holiday should be here, which is the holiday price. All right, so we're going to use the mean function to calculate this. So I'm going to use mean. My range will be up to here, from here down here. So it's going to give us the lowest holiday price. Okay, so you enter that will be 700. Okay, good. So everything from here to here done. Okay, so the next one, include a named range, holiday price band. So let me just copy that just for convenience sake. obviously in the examination you're going to write. Okay, so include a named range, holiday price bands for cells A3 to B6 in the price bands worksheet. So let's go to the price band worksheet. Click right there, and then of course it's selected here. So let me just select it. So for us to give it a name range, want to right click, and then you want to go to define name, and then you want to give it the name that is required, and then you can okay that. So it has given it a name range. If you go to the name box here, you see that the name range has been displayed whenever you select that the particular range. Okay, so that's for that. So insert a footer that includes your name, candidate number, and center number, right? So we want to go ahead in the payment. We want to insert a footer. So for me to do that, you want to go to insert, you want to go to header and footer, okay? And then you want to go to the footer, okay? You can just click here to switch between header and footer. So, but the interest is in the footer. So already they've given us some pointer there that add your name. So we should add our name there. So I'm going to have my name there. My full name is Kechuku Anolefo, right? And then what I'm going to do is go to the next placeholder right there, and then have 0004 as my candidate number, and then go to this particular part and add my center number. Let me assume that my center number is NG156, something like this, right? So here they never told us that whether the name or center number is going to be left aligned or center aligned. So we need to spread it like this, okay? Since we have enter your name here, so it's wise to go to the next place to have your center number, your candidate number, and then your center number, okay? So if the question specifies that you should have all your information either left aligned or center aligned, then you can do otherwise, okay? So I'm going to click inside here, and I'm going to go to normal. I can go to view and then go to normal. All right. Okay, so that's for that. For this part, so let me just highlight this part. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so the next one will be 1C. Format the payment worksheet so that currency values show the euro symbol with 2 decimal places. Okay, so all the currency values, we assume that everything here are all payments. In fact, these are all payments up to this point. Okay, and of course we have also the average monthly payment, which is also part of payment. So I'm going to hold down my control key here, and then to also select this, and then of course number of bands. Okay, number of bands is not cost of cheapest holiday. So I'm going to also select this by holding down my control key. Total balance outstanding, I'm going to select everything here. So I'll go home, and then I'll go to the number group here, expand it, go to currency. My currency is already in 2 decimal places, so my job now is to go to symbol and then look for euro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, euro. So let's look for that. So we want to go down euro. Okay, so I'm going to pick this, and then I'll okay that. So every other thing will have euro, right? To 2 decimal places, all of them. All right. Okay, so that's fine for that. So row headings use text wrap to use the space efficiently. Okay, text wrap. So let's look at this now. If you look at this part, the guest title. If you look at the guest title, you find out that we can actually make them a bit smaller. So I'm going to select everything here, and I'm going to text wrap them. So when I text wrap now, when I move a little closer, everything will be text wrapped, right? So I don't think I will need this one to be text wrapped. Otherwise, it's probably will close up some of my some of the names. Let me see if that could be possible. Okay, that will be possible. So I can actually adjust these ones so that just to manage to make it more efficient. So some of them are not showing again. So everything is showing, all the data is showing. So the same thing with price band, and then of course price holiday price. Okay, so you can actually use text wrap to arrange them to make them readable. So I'm not going to do the same. Should I do the same thing here? So let me see. If I do the same thing here, I don't have to. Do I have to? Maybe I should. maybe I should for this particular guest ID. So let me just text wrap guest ID also. So you have something like this, right? So I don't think it's bad. Okay, so you can arrange your work like this. So let me just go to print preview and see how it will look when you print. Let me see. So I don't think it looks that bad. So it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Okay. So that's for that. So we've been able to make sure that the text wrap is used to make the space to use the space efficiently. Okay, so grid lines and row and column headings are displayed when the spreadsheet is printed. Okay, so you want to go to file, you want to go to print, you want to go to page setup, and then go to sheet tab here and make sure that the row and column heading is checked, and then grid line is checked so that you can have grid lines and then row and column headings when you're printing your work. Okay. Okay, so that's for that. So I think everything here, we've been able to handle everything around here. Okay, good stuff. So let's see how, so this is how our work is going to look like if we are meant to print. Okay, so I don't think it's looking bad. Another thing you can do is actually to go to page setup, go to margins. You can actually center on page, making sure that your work is centered on the page, and then okay, making that okay. So to make sure that everything is going to be at the middle of the page. Okay, so that's for that. So the next one will be when printed, all data is visible, right? Which we are sure. The values will print, and the values will print on no more than 2 pages. Okay, so we'll have the values. So if we're meant to print this now as values, so I think we have only 2 pages, so which is fine. Okay, so I think I will remove this because I want it to print normal. So I'm just going to remove this horizontal so that it will print like as if it's coming from the next page, something like that. So I'm good with this, right? So the next one will be the formulae will print on no more than 4 pages. So we want to make sure that when we display formulae, it will print not less than, it will just print within 4 pages or less, right? So first of all, let's go show the formula. So you want to go to formula tab, you want to go to show formula. So all formula is showing. So you want to actually click everything and then double click in between the column letters just to be sure that everything shows perfectly. All the formulae, they are all showing perfectly, right? Good. So what I want to do here is I'll go to print. Sorry, I'll go to file and then print. So as you can see, this falls within 6 pages, but we want to make sure that it is 4 pages. So one of the things you can do is to scale it basically within the row, fit all rows on one page, not the columns this time, but the rows. So you want to click that, and then that comes into 2 pages for you. So, and that maintains within 4 pages, right? So as you can see, the data, everything is, all the formulae, they are all shown pretty well, right? And then the pages are within 4 pages. Okay, they are just less than 4 pages. Okay, so that's how you can control that. Okay, so you can go ahead to print that if need be. So receive the holiday payment. So I'm going to just go ahead. Let me just select everything here. Get that done. So receive that. So I'm going to just go save that. Yeah, I'll continue with that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So task B2, save the spreadsheet as filter. Okay, save the spreadsheet as filter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to go to file and then go to save as and then browse and I want to be in my data file. Let me just be sure of where I am. Yes, I am here. Let me save it. Let me save it outside this data file actually. So and I'll save it as worksheet preferably. So I'm going to save it as filter and then I'm going to save that, right? So Lucian wants to see some information for band A holidays booked, right? Filter the payments worksheet to show the band A holidays booked. Okay. So what I want to do here, let me just remove formula. get everything back to normal. Double click here just to get everything back to normal, right? So my job is to filter. So what you want to do here is simply to click on this row, the heading row, right? And then you go to home, sort and filter. You want to filter. So my job is just to go to price band here, deselect everything and just select only the band A, and then okay, that gives you band A, right? Band A holiday booked, right? Display only the guest name, holiday date and balance. Okay, so those are what they want us to display. So what I'm going to do here, select all these, right click on my column head, column letter. You want to go to hide. Canal, I don't know, I don't think canal is needed. Canal ID, is that canal ID? Canal, let me just hide that too. And then of course guest name. So guest name here, holiday dates shown, and then the next one will be the balance. Okay, so which means that everything here from here not needed. So I'm going to right click and then hide, and then of course right click also here and hide. So these are the information that will be needed for this. Okay, so let me see how it's going to look like during printing. So it's going to look fairly okay. So this is good, right? Good stuff. So everything there, everything here done. So receive the filter. Okay, so I'm going to simply go to save and then receive it. That's fine. Okay, so that will end up 2 marks for just this B2. So we're good with that. So the next one is task B3. Save the spreadsheet as chart. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to go to file again and then go to save as and then browse for my location. I'll leave it here and then I'll call it chart, right? And then save that. Okay. So Lucian wants you to create a chart to display the information from the price band worksheet. The chart must be fit for purpose, have a stable title, have a stable X and Y axis labels. Okay. Wants you to create to display the information from the price bands. Okay. So our interest here is the price band. So we want to go to price band here. So this is the information they want us to display on a chart. Okay. So I want to make sure I select the information and then go to insert. I want to use from the chart group here. I want to use recommended chart. So this is mostly important. Sometimes it helps you to decide on which chart, how you want the chart to be. So I'm just going to use the first one. Okay. So, and then they said that we should use a suitable title. So I'm going to call this Canal Holiday. Canal Holiday bands. Okay, something like this. So of course, and then the question also says that we should have suitable X and Y axis labels. Okay, so you want to click on the chart, you want to click on this plus and then have a axis title. So here you want to have price, something like that, and then of course on the X axis here you want to have bands, something like that. Okay, so anything something suggestive actually would be nice, right? So I think that's about it for this one. So I think everything here done. Okay, so receive the chart. So I'm just gonna go ahead to just save it. Click on save, and then that's about it. So task B3, answer these questions in the document evidence. State what the function product this does. Okay, so I think I've answered that already. B3b, it multiplies the content of the cells A1, A2, A1, A3, and A4 together. Okay, and of course displays the result. Okay. So let's see the next one. The next one will be give one reason why named ranges or named range is used in spreadsheet. I think it's used to make cell reference easy to understand because it can improve general organization of your spreadsheet. So any reason answer will be able to fetch you the right mark. Okay, explain one reason why absolute referencing is used in a spreadsheet formula. Okay, where's the answer for me from the to lock cells, to lock cell references so that they do not change during formula replication. So you can give, also you can add to this answer. Okay, so that'll be nice. Okay, so resave your evidence, so you can actually go save your evidence one more time. Yeah, that's for that. So what's next? Okay, so I think the spreadsheet aspect has been done. I finished everything just now. So the next video, I'm going to look at the leaflet design. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for this. Please don't forget to subscribe and share the video. If you have a comment or an observation, please you can leave a comment down below. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.